Hey friends, I am outside. It is beautiful, 60 degrees out. I was going to walk around and look and see what I could find out here still to harvest. And I thought I would take you with me, show you the couple things I did this week, and let you look at what kind of projects I'm working on right now. In the backyard, pretty much I've just got snapdragons left. Snapdragon greens, they're not going to flower, but the green part of them will stay alive in my sheltered backyard way longer than you would think that they should. Look at these crazy green onions. Now, these green onions that are big like this, they don't taste very good anymore. Let me show you on the inside of one. They get really, can you see that? Like slimy and a lot of mucusy kind of inside. I don't know if it's going to focus very good or not. Yeah, so they're not really altogether great. The ones I use when I'm cooking are the newer, fresher ones that come up. And this year, that's these ones. These have a lot more flavor to them. You can see these kind of look a little rough. I'll probably cut these back here still. Coming up, like this guy is probably a 2-year-old one. He's good still. But once they get to be like this big around, those ones, they get kind of a funnier taste to them. A little bit. You could probably still use them in like, I could probably keep these and still use them in broths and things like that. But I probably wouldn't use them in fresh cooking. I would use these smaller ones. Hey girls, how's it going? Yeah? Girls are very happy. They're getting all the squash that maybe didn't make the cut to be stored downstairs. I've broken them up if they had bad spots or holes or, you know, possible insect damage. I don't want that in the house. They all come back here, so they're pretty happy. Celery is doing fantastic still. Celery likes the cold. This, we got a couple of hard frosts, didn't even flinch. Didn't bother it in the least bit. I'm pretty much just harvesting these for the rabbit right now. Sky the rabbit is getting lots of celery. And then I've got parsley still. This parsley, it actually froze hard enough that when I came out, this parsley was all wilted really low, but she bounced back really good. And I am still harvesting parsley for inside the house. And I still have calendula plants. These things they'll last through quite a bit of cold. This sweet alyssum is another flower that will last until it gets pretty cold. It'll even keep some of its color. Can I get it to go in a little bit maybe? Oh, there it is. Aren't those pretty? And they're kind of just lining this area. When you get down here, you're gonna see a couple more of them down in there. Isn't that pretty still with all that color? That purple kale, that's gorgeous. Oh yeah, you are super pretty. I fed a couple of these to the chickens, but this one I'm leaving here to use. She's gorgeous. Sage handles the cold extremely well too. I will have sage leaves I can come out here and harvest fresh for quite a while. I'll go ahead and bring some of that inside the house and let it dry out. I don't use sage a ton in my cooking. How about you guys? What do you use sage for? Tell me, okay? This plant is one of my favorites, and I got it totally by accident. It was my sister's. She had it growing everywhere, and she's like, I can't have it anywhere. It's taking over. Well, this is a great spot for it to take over, just right here behind this wood. It just falls forward, and it has beautiful flowers on it. It's wild geranium. It has beautiful flowers on it in the spring, and in the fall, it starts to change color, and it goes this beautiful reddish color. Look how pretty those leaves get. Isn't that beautiful? So it's interest in the fall and in the spring. It's just plain green all summer long, so it's not even a big deal then. I really, really like it. Oh, and look how cute these guys look. Isn't that fun? I love to sit and look at this, even though my neighbors probably think I'm crazy because I'm sitting on the sidewalk in the front of my yard. Just sitting here, taking pictures of all my flowers. Okay, let me show you this guy right here. This guy, lemon balm. It's amazing. My hands smell so good. However, I didn't plant it here. It comes to live here, and it's got giant tap roots like a mint, and it will grow everywhere. So you have to keep yanking it out. So I'm gonna feed that to the chickens. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. This oregano, this is another one that's gonna last forever. It doesn't mind the cold a bit. It's a great, great herb for Michigan. I even have snapdragon flowers still out here. You guys are so cool. I did come out the other day and knock down all the zinnias. I haven't really cleaned this garden, I've added leaves to it, like I said, but I did knock down all the tall stuff because I want to be a good neighbor, because this is in my front yard and I don't want to have tons of tall yucky weeds looking out here. So I've knocked them all down. You can see all the zinnia heads are right here. They're just going to fall and give me volunteer zinnias next year. I got no problem with that. So if I get back out here and I have time to clean those up, yay. If I don't, that is okay too. And you can see these calendulas are loving life out here still. They don't care. They're like, bring on the cold. We love it. Inside the house, I have a little bit of a project going on. Look on here. Turkey carcass. Ooh, look at that beautiful neck bone. This is my turkey broth I'm making. I've got a turkey carcass in there because turkeys were on sale for $8 at my local grocery store. And I said, $8, that feeds a lot of people a whole turkey. So I cooked a turkey the other night, even though Thanksgiving's next week, and took all the meat off of it. Well, a lot of the meat off of it. And I threw the rest of it into here. And I'm either going to make some kind of turkey soup with it, or I will just can the bone broth itself and get that down in the pantry. Speaking of the pantry, this is my project for next week. I'm showing you the pretty part. Here's the messy part. All right, listen, there's stuff everywhere. I've been kind of going through and evaluating what I've got as far as broths. My veggies are done for the year. I might want to make some ready-made soups. I did that last year and they worked out really good. I think the only one I got left is this. This is split pea and ham. These, while do not look awesome in a jar, were so nice to have on hand last winter. We used them all the time. So I'm going to try and take some of that turkey broth, and then I've got all this broth here. And I will be getting another turkey carcass after Thanksgiving. And I'm going to try looking up and making some shelf-stable canned soups in my pressure canner. And then cleaning this up. And then I have probably an entire shelf full of winter squash. I've got pumpkins. I've got those butternut squashes. They're called honey nut. And then I've got center cut squashes. And they all need to come in here somewhere. I'm a little worried because there's not a lot of airflow here. I might bring in a rack and set it up here and put them on there so they get better airflow. I don't want a bunch of rotting squashes in my basement. So this is next week's project. The rest of my life has been spent behind this computer, making notes, trying to finish up my last 2 classes that I need to get done before all of my coursework is done. For my teacher program, I've taken my basic skills class and passed. I've determined that I do know how to read, write, and do arithmetic. But now this week I have to take my state licensure test, and that will be on Monday. And at that point, I will just be waiting on my background check to come in before I can start student teaching. So this big focus right now, which is making you guys on YouTube slightly less of a focus. I'm sorry, but it's also off season. So I will still keep you in the loop, tell you what's going on, and I will get back with you again next week and we'll take a look at the pantry. Once I finish getting all that squash in and cleaning that up, I'll take you on a full pantry tour next week. All right, guys, I hope you're having a really nice time. I hope your November is as beautiful as mine is right now, and I will see you very soon. Bye.